Hello everyone, I am Ashley. It's been quite a while since I sat in front of the camera and filmed a long YouTube video. So we're going to try to get back into it, and today we are going to do 6 books that I want to read by the end of 2023. So let's get into it. So the first book I have on here, it's a light, fluffy read, hopefully. It's Lucy Score, so who knows. And that is Rock Bottom Girl. This is about Marley, who has to go back to her hometown, and she ends up accepting a job as the PE teacher and the soccer coach for the girls' team, and she has to try to get this team to start winning. And she enlists the help of the bad boy turned sexy good guy, who is the track coach. So I'm really excited about this. I love this cover. I love the colors. I can't wait to read more because I've only read 2 books by Lucy Score, I believe, and it's not like the really popular ones, it's other ones. So I'm excited to read more by her because I really did enjoy her writing. The next book that I have is by an author of mine, and that is Bring Me Your Midnights, and this is by Rachel Griffin. And I always buy her books right away because the first printing always has these beautiful illustrations straight on the hardbacks, and I love it. So this one is about Tana, who is a witch, and she is supposed to marry a human, I believe. She's supposed to marry the governor's son, Landon, to secure an unprecedented alliance between the witches of her island home and the mainlanders who see her very existence as a threat. And then her coven, they expel some of their magic into the ocean to try to control it and calm it so that people don't see them as much of a threat. And Tana misses this ritual, which is a fatal mistake. And then she meets Wolf, who says he's from a coven that uses dark magic, and he tries to bring her to her full potential of magic without releasing it. So she has to basically decide between Landon and Wolf, I'm guessing. That is my theory. I love Rachel Griffin's writing so much. She always writes such great witch stories that are so in tune with nature. And it's just beautiful writing, beautiful characters, and a beautiful story. So I really want to read this before 2023 is done. I'm just realizing all these books are by authors I read before. So that's a neat little theme there. So the next book is Song of Silver Flame Like Night by Amelia Wen Zhao. I read the Blood Heir trilogy by her and I absolutely loved it so much. It's one of my favorite Anastasia retellings. So this book is about Lan, who originally had a different name. This is her colonized name, and she is part of a race that is now like looked down on. They're not allowed to use their magic, nothing. Her mother was killed by them. Like, she's been through a lot, and one of the mother's last acts was to burn a mark into her arm, but Lan is the only one who can see it until she meets Zen, I believe his name is. Yes, Zen is a practitioner, one of the fabled magicians of the Last Kingdom. So I'm guessing there's going to be some overthrowing of a bad government, lots of magic, a dragon, and I absolutely love dragons, so that makes me very, very excited. I just love the magical worlds that Amelia Wen Zhao creates and her characters, and this cover is just gorgeous. I am really digging the watercolor-esque covers. I think they're gorgeous. They're just very classy to me and very, very pretty and pleasant to look at. So I'm excited for this one. The next book is by an author that everyone knows because her book Fourth Wing blew up this year, and that is In the Likely Event by Rebecca Yarros. I got this in my book reveal box, which I was very shocked by. So now I have a signed book by Rebecca Yarros, which is insane to me because I love this author. So this is actually a contemporary romance by her. This is about Izzy and Nate, and they end up sitting on a plane next to each other, and their plane actually crashes. They have an instant connection, but they end up going separate ways after the plane crash. Nate goes into the army, and Izzy, I believe, goes into politics. They later have a reunion in Afghanistan where Nate has to protect Izzy. And the last line of the summary says, he'll do anything to keep her safe and everything to win her heart. I'm very excited for this. It sounds like it might be a bit heartbreaking just because it's like they're in Afghanistan, it's military, she's being protected by them. Like, I feel like it's high stakes, but I also just love this cover, like the watercolor. I love it. But I'm very excited for this one, and I haven't heard many people talk about it yet. So that makes me want to read it even more. I want to read it before people start discovering it and before it gets way too hyped up. Because a lot of times if things get too hyped up, I don't want to read them for like another year or two. So definitely want to read this one soon. The next two books are by the same author, and they are by my absolute all-time favorite author, and that is Brandon Sanderson. The first one is Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. This is the third secret novel that he wrote during quarantine. I have the special edition because I did the Kickstarter. I honestly have zero idea what this is about. Brandon Sanderson's books, I like to go in completely blind, barely know anything, because that's just how I enjoy it the most. This cover is absolutely gorgeous though. And it says on the back, a person is more than their experiences stacked up like stones. Our best moments are the foundations we use to reach for the sky. I actually really love that quote. So I'm very excited to read this. It's all like Japanese art on the inside. It looks like it's just going to be a beautiful story. My brother's actually already read it and he said it was really, really good. My brother, I turned him into a Brandon Sanderson fan, and I'm very proud of that fact. So I can't wait to get to this one. The next book is definitely the most ambitious book. I will need to start this soon in order to finish it by the end of the year. But this book terrifies me. And that is Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. This is huge. Like, how many pages is this? Let's just take a little. It's a little over 1,200 pages long. It's very floppy though. We love a good floppy fantasy. This is the fourth book, I believe, in the Stormlight Archives, which is a high fantasy series, extremely complex world and characters, and they're very intimidating. Very, very intimidating. But I love these books so much. I always put them off because I'm scared to read them, but then once I do read them, I'm in love. So I can't... What is this part? There's a map that folds out. I'm discovering new things right with you guys. So yeah, this is another book that I want to try to finish by the end of the year because I've been putting this off way too long. So maybe I'll actually start this today and read a few chapters each day to kind of like slowly make my way through it in a way that doesn't overwhelm me. Maybe I'll do that. So those are 6 books that I really want to finish by the end of 2023. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and click that follow button down below. And I will see you guys next time. I'm going to try to post more consistently again. We're going to see how long that lasts. I've been in the mood to film lately and read more lately, so we're just going to roll with it. So have a nice day, everyone.